see it.
We're trying to decide if we made a bomb or not. Probably have our heat up too high. We've never done this before. We're new. We are new. We might decide the 275 latte was the better way to go. We will see.
Turn this back.
Yeah.
But there's another spot right here.
You see people working the rice fields?
You'll notice their chickens here are much smaller.
True non-GMO. Ours are fake non-GMO.
Ours are fat.
After about 5 days of coffee shops and shopping and, just having fun and figuring out this country, we got to experience a whole other side, and that was village life. We were invited into another person's world, and it was such a blessing, and we were very honored, and it was really humbling. It was a huge reality check for what America is missing out on, and that is just what it is to have privileges that so many don't have. One of the biggest takeaways that I wanted for my kids is just gratitude. I wanted them to walk away from this trip with just a gratitude, a grateful heart for everything that they are able to live with in America, and things that I don't want them to take for granted in their life, things that they realize are not necessities and that it's just a privilege. Some people don't even have clean drinking water, and they work for pennies a day, but they still live and walk in joy, serving one another. And it's just beautiful to me how much they honor each other, and they just live so happy. And then you come to America, and so many people lack joy and honor, and you just wonder why. This is how ibuprofen came from the pharmacy. So you can't get it at a store that like what we would go to, like a Walmart. You can't get it at a store like that. You have to go to a pharmacy. And this is how it came.
Mary J.
But Abbott still.
Oh, he
Abbott.
That. Oh, he did.
Ibuprofen, 200 milligrams.
He used it a
Same
lot.
type of thing.
Every
But
day on it.
that's how it came. Literally came with this little thing in this little bag. The village was about an hour and a half from town, so some of us decided to take some naps on the way back in to the city. And when we got into the city, we tried out a new bakery. The first one we went to didn't have what we were looking for, but it was so pretty, so we decided to look around, and it was really neat. They spent a lot of time designing this place. We found this cute little bakery, and they had some very pretty little desserts, and their tea was very nice, very tasty, high quality, and we really enjoyed it. But honestly, it was really hard to step into this place after just coming out of the village and having that really humbling moment. It was just really hard.
Yeah, I wasn't at work. And you're trying to. Yep. And you feel it's starting to go down. And it looks like the thing is flat, and then the curvy part is on the photos.
It's inside the capybara. Well, we finished our first little bit of school today. How'd y'all do?
Good.
Good, I loved it.
You liked it?
I loved it.
You loved it.
Can I have a snack?
No, not right
Like Mighty Mouse. Big muscles. You need a stool?
No.
We have one.
So we are about 2 weeks into the trip, and I don't really know how to put into words what's going through my mind, my heart, or even physically how I'm feeling. As far as sleep adjustment, we're all doing great. We've done really well, which we have a pretty solid system on converting ourselves over when we travel, and we've followed our normal standard rules, so we all adapted very well. Physically, I struggled with my blood sugars the first week, but then the second week I started seeing a better trend. I had a few days that were rough, but overall I feel like I'm on the up and up. We will see. But I am missing home, but mostly I miss home at nighttime, right before bed, and in the mornings. But it's weird because I don't miss the comforts. That's not what I miss. I miss the freedoms, and it's not like comfort of freedom. It's literally just being able to walk outside of my house and walk down the street. I miss that. I miss having grass. There's like no grass here. I miss clean streets. I miss clean air. I miss going to a real grocery store because the grocery stores here don't feel like a grocery store to me, because it's just not. There's not everything you need. You have to go to multiple stores, and it feels hectic. I just haven't figured out the flow yet, and I know it's coming. It's just still that cultural adaptation I need to go through, and just figuring it out. And obviously the people. I miss the people back home. That's been hard. But the biggest thing that I've been struggling with the missing home is my kids. I see them missing their friends, and we haven't really had a lot of kids around for them to make friends yet. I know it's coming, it's just we haven't had that yet. So I've been watching them and seeing them want to play with kids, but not really have a whole lot of kids to play with, and that's been hard. So we've bought them a few toys and letting them play toys, and we're trying to figure out how to get them outside time. We do have this balcony, and we have a little bit of safe area for them right outside, but it's all like concrete and tiled, so it's just an adjustment. We knew that was coming, so it's just an adjustment. But the main thing that's really bothering me is the culture shock of watching people here suffering whenever I have so much, and that's just been really, really hard. The other day when we visited the village, I couldn't talk about it. I had my camera out and I was going to record going into the village a little bit better, but then it came time for it, and we were hit in the face with just a huge reality check when we made a pause right outside the village, and some little girls came up barefoot and they looked in pretty rough condition, and they were begging for money. And it's, who knows what their circumstance was. Sometimes people say that they're begging for money to give back to their alcoholic parents, and some say that they really are orphans. Some say that, whatever they want to say, but either way it goes, it was heartbreaking. It was very hard to watch. That hit me really hard. I broke down. I cried very hard, and it made me so frustrated with America. And it wasn't the people of America. I was so mad at the attitudes, because American privilege is so awful. It's so ugly, and it's very disgusting to me. And every time I go out of the country, every time I am faced head on with people truly suffering, especially children, I'm just reminded of American privilege and people who have no clue what they're actually living with, and they have no clue what the other side of the world is going through. And I wish that everyone could see what true suffering is, because they have no idea. They have no idea what some of these kids and people are going through on a daily basis, and it's just normal for them. I couldn't imagine my kids running around in these dirty streets barefoot with no one supervising them. And some of these kids are barely even able to walk, and they're just running around unsupervised, begging for money. And it's because they're just hungry. They're just hungry. Alright, let's do the room tour. It's a mess, but we're staying in a third world country, and it's for 3 months, so it is what it is. So it's my family of 4. We have 1 room. It's probably a 12 by 12 room. That's my guess. Probably a queen size bed, twin size bed, twin size bed. They're very hard beds. The kids slept on the bed for the first few nights, and very hard. You can't even push down on it. Very hard. Then we bought these little foam mats after the first 3 days. So, but they did fine. They did say it's hard the first couple nights, but they adjusted, and then they did okay. They don't really have sheets. I haven't seen any fitted sheets in this place. We went to multiple stores, but all I see is flat sheets. I'm not sure if that's just because we don't know where to get them or whatever, but that's all I've been seeing. A lot of built-in cabinets. That's really common here, so that's kind of what we get. Bed. There's all my clothes. So there's no dryer. They do have them where you can purchase them, but there's nowhere to even install it in the house. If we bought one, we'd have to put it on the roof. I don't know how I feel about spending that much money on a dryer to put it on the roof. So my philosophy was I'd rather feed some children who are starving than buy a dryer. So we just bought a $1 clothesline and some clothespins, and we just turn our fan on high and put them in here. So that's what we've been doing. Another built-in little shelf thing. A TV's supposed to go there, but we don't watch TV, so we don't need it. We have our little power station, and basically it's just kind of our epicenter for electronic charging. The last little bit of our American snacks, we have hardly any of those left, so that's going to be fun. But we haven't really needed them, so we've been doing pretty good. The kids have been adapting well with that. All these random light switches, I have no idea what they work. I just flick them until it goes on. But here's a cool thing that they don't have in America. So this switch is not a light switch. It actually controls this plug. So if your plug's not working, chances are it's because the switch is turned off. Same thing for like the AC unit. So that AC unit is on a plug. So if I flip the wrong switch, it turns off the unit. Same thing for the fan. If I flip the wrong switch, it turns off the fan. So it's, I mean, which the fan, that's kind of normal, but you know, it's just funny because we're flipping switches and turning off AC units, and yeah, so that's funny. So this mattress is top of the line. It's like the best one you can get here. I showed y'all my mattress at home. This is the one here. It's not too horrible. It's probably, I don't know, what was that, like 8 inches, maybe an 8-inch mattress. It's like, I don't know, it's less than my hand width. So the plastic's still on it, so when we roll around, it's crunching. That's been kind of funny. But here it is. And then we put these curtains up. So these curtains goes into a little area for closets and stuff. So when we got here, these curtains, this had one panel and then this had one panel. And so what we did was we added another panel because when the fan was on, it was blowing the panels and then you could see directly outside. And we didn't like that for security reasons. So we bought that. And then we bought these because, well, my husband is in here with our little girls. And so we wanted a changing area. So we got a changing area. So here's our changing area. We got 2 built-in closets. We were using like bathroom storage, and then we each have a shelf for storage, our clothes basket. Oh, this is the funny part. So we have a washer, and this tiny little clothes basket is all that fits in the washer. So we're having, there's 4 of us, our family, so we have to do 1 load a day, or if we get behind, we only have enough drying rack space on the rack in here, the clothing line, to dry for 1 thing. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. But anyway, so this, and then we put a few rugs down. These rugs were here. I think they were left by the last people, some of our friends. And then you get into the bathroom. So bathrooms, different in America. Toilets are different, seats very uncomfortable. Flush things are different. These spray things are different. Let's see. Mirror's very small, but it works. Our toothbrushing water. That was one of the things I was going to miss because the water is not safe for us to brush our teeth with, so we have to use bottled water, which is difficult with children because I don't trust them to brush their teeth well with a bottle of water. So we're having to brush their teeth just to be safe. And yeah, the soap, all of that. I bought these rugs. I wanted more rugs. And then a lot of them use these buckets to shower. We don't use it. We just kind of leave it in here. And then here's the shower. We bought this shower head. This was not the original shower head. We bought this thing. We got it installed. We also helped pay for these. Hot water heater, water softener, which they actually weren't that expensive, surprisingly. The first night was a little rough. We had cold water, and yeah, so we didn't have a lot of these amenities that I've purchased over the past few days. So it was a lot. It was a lot more uncomfortable. We don't have as many things as we have in America to keep it comfortable, but it's working, and you know, it's not too bad actually, but it's a little bit of step into their culture. But the thing is, it's like this house is actually really, really nice, and people that are very well off and have very high paying jobs live in a house like this here. So majority of the people that we are going to be seeing and you know, stepping into their life, their shoes, and seeing through their eyes, their perspective and their life, they are not living in a house like this. So they are living in homes that you know, they don't even have doors that go into the home. It's more of like curtains, and you know, their family shares a room smaller than this. It's more of like an 8x8 room, and it's however many kids they have with, you know, husband, wife. So, and they all sleep in one bed that's about that size, maybe even a little smaller. Maybe it's more of a full-size bed. So, you know, this is actually really a blessing. And so every time we go out and we see these villages and we visit the slum areas, it's very humbling to come back here, because I step in and I have AC and I have a floor that is clean, and I have running water, I have electricity, and I have food to eat. Even though it's not in abundance, I have food to eat, and it's just really wild. And it's actually been really difficult for me to transition in that respect, because America lives in so much abundance and everything is big, everything is more, and we've been trained that more is better, bigger is better, but that's actually not the case at all. And when you're here, it just really gives you not just a culture shock, but just reality shock of that more is not better and bigger is not better, and there's so many people living with less. And the thing is that they're happier. And I really wanted to record a video a couple days ago. It was the first time we went into the villages, and I had my camera out and I was ready, but I started crying so hard I couldn't even record anything. And it was just so difficult. I am going to get some raw and real footage throughout this thing, but I just couldn't handle it the other day. So, and that's why you're getting to see the wall right now while I'm talking about it, because, you know, we'll get there. I'm new to this whole recording my life, and I don't like to record myself crying, so. But, yeah, so, culture shock, humbling humility. You don't really know what you got until you step into somebody else's life and see through their eyes and, you know, step into their shoes. And the thing is, this is not my first trip. I've done this multiple times. I've slept in villages. I've laid on concrete floors on rooftops in the villages and slept overnight. And every single time I see all of this and I experience it and I live in it, it hits me every single time more intensely each time. So anyway, that's our room. Grocery shopping.
Like,
I got my pizza to go. We got our pizza to go. And it came in
put the phones
a little
up.
bag. Little bag. Much better than a big box. Here's our bread we pre-ordered. Sandwich bread. It's beautiful, beautiful bread. Full of gluten and wheat, but we can eat it. We drove through the slum areas in the city. We got to see the way some other people live. This is government provided housing. There's electricity, but there's not running water. At least that's what we were told inside of these. There's like community water spigots outside.
Okay. They're so tiny.
We were told about some kids that didn't have shoes. And so we had raised some money for shoes, and we bought the shoes and we were preparing to deliver them. So every little pair of shoes you see, that's an actual size. Because Shami got actual sizes. So you see how tiny those are?
There's two Tom and Jerry's. One blue. These ones are kind of big.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who these going to. I can't wait to see the kids' faces when they actually get shoes.
It's a small impact, but we were excited to be able to be a part of this that our friends had put together and just be able to make a small difference.
Yay!
He said, it's because we were playing Star Wars game, and he said, you do that weird stance that he doesn't even read.
Sorry, guys. I got to get a good video. People need to really feel what it feels like. You would never get to experience a nature preserve like this in America with no sides. Everybody wants to sue everybody. It's so cool.
Just a little.
Raj is trying to. Woo! Oh my gosh! Trying to call in the monkeys. Let's not do that. I already heard stories of monkeys attacking, so I don't have a lot of confidence. Hey, Maisie, don't walk beside me. Walk behind me, okay?
Yes.
This is not a side-by-side bridge. It's kind of far. It's hard to tell in the video, but I mean, it's like 5 foot down there. Maybe 4. Ooh, butterflies.
I think there's something there, some works are going on.
Oh, they're doing work. Dead end.
Can I go see?
These are crabs. I don't know what they're called though. They're really fast whenever they walk. They'll walk all sideways.
Get on him?
No.
Yes. We gotta start from down there.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. You can start right here. I promise you, there are no rules here.
Come and go to Zagreb. Make it careful.
I got cut by the rough.
Actually, so fast.
Can I come in this?
Yeah.
A little monkey sitting on the thing.
Where's the second monkey?
They have a very good energy. They're getting tired.
They have it all saved up.
Yeah. It was like a few years ago.
Hello?
Tried to steal the food from us. And like, I just stole the food. Okay.
What do you think?
How it's being.
Just look at them.
That's a monkey guard.
That's the monkey guard.
That's the monkey guard.
Get it, Mama?
Here, I'll take it.
You get a break.
So we got to the area where the kids were to help pass out these shoes and school supplies and candy. And our friend was talking to the kids, and we got to help pass out the shoes, and it was a lot of fun seeing them get so excited. And the thing is, we don't know what kind of life they have. We don't know their story. We don't know what they go through on a daily basis. You know, we've heard a little bit about each of their lives, but we really don't know the full capacity of what they go through on a daily basis. We do know that where we were at was not where they actually live. We were told that they walk, some of them, up to 1 kilometer away to get to a lady that helps teach them English, and she loves on them. And I thought that was pretty cool that there's this lady that makes that big of an impact in their lives, that these kids want to walk to see her. And I think that is pretty amazing. It was a huge blessing also for my kids, because they had been wanting to see kids, wanting to play with kids. And even though they couldn't really play with the kids, they left with their hearts full, because they got to interact with kids their age. They got to see the way some other kids get to live, and they love to pass out candy. They love to pass out toys, and they just left with full hearts, and they felt grateful for what they have, and it was just really special for all of us.
Well, compared to remaining, if this is 100 grams, 80 rupees. 100 grams, like this much. For 80 rupees, we
Fresh garlic, butter. It's like the everyday. And a little olive oil. Got some fresh veggies that I steamed first, and then I put them in. It's been pretty awesome, because the majority of our friends here don't eat a whole lot of vegetables. It's mostly like rice and stuff. So I'm getting to cook a lot of vegetables that they haven't really ate, and that's been a lot of fun. And they all are like, wow, these taste so good. It's been fun. So I thought you would appreciate this. So we got this AC unit installed last week, and as soon as it got installed, the breaker kept getting kicked from this oven. And so we would have to turn the switch off to the AC every time we cooked. And we called the guy back, the electrician back, and told him, and told him we needed to get it fixed. And Raja didn't say anything else to us, so we just thought that the guy was going to come back and fix it. And then it's been a few days, and I noticed tonight, I was like, hey, they're both running at the same time. Did it get fixed? What's going on? And I told Andrew, I was like, did it get fixed? And he's like, no, I don't think so. And then Raja said, oh yeah, he said that sometimes it just takes time, and the switch, the plug will just get used to it. The breaker will just get used to it. The breaker just gets...
The breaker's learning how to handle more stress than what they're designed to. Everybody here is growing, even the breakers.
And so basically the breaker was getting tripped for the first 24 hours, and then the breaker learned not to get stressed and trip, apparently. I don't really understand what's going on, but I thought you would laugh. All right. So I got tea to go. So if I would have went there and I got it, they would have put it in a cup.
Come again?
So if I would have went there, they would have put it in a cup.
Yes.
But since you got it to go, that's how it comes to go. Look at it. That's so cool. Well, don't burn yourself.
Hey,
Oh.
just చిన్న బిట్ట అలాగే.
So you could have rode the bike with this.
Not bike, mama. I took.
I know, but you probably could have because it came with a
Yeah.
bag. Well, my goodness. Andrew, y'all would have been fine.
Mama,
In
this is mama's cup.
In America, it comes in a cup, a to-go cup.
Since it's a street chai,
Uh-huh.
they'll give you like this one.
So is that the one that's sugar-free?
Yes, mama. Hey, కాలుతున్నారు.
Well, my gosh.
కాదు ఈ సబ్జా గింజలు.
In America, someone would probably sue us for doing this.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they would burn themselves.
Oh.
And then they would blame us.
Oh.
I know, it's ridiculous. Like, see, right there, they would have sued us.
Oh. కాలుతుంచండి.
So what kind of sweetener did Andrew get in his tea?
Sugar, mama.
Sugar. Did you get lemon ginger too?
Lemon? Yes.
Lemon street tea. Lemon ginger. So do they like blend up, like grind up lemon and ginger? It's gonna be so good.
He said it is very famous.
I'm excited about it.
It's the most famous tea.
Well, Maisie loves some lemon ginger tea, so maybe I'll taste
Yeah,
it, and if
yeah.
if it's really good, she'll probably want some late next time. You still working on it? They tighten it up. It's like a whole thing. Do you want scissors?
చిన్న సీజర్ కట్ చేసి కట్ చెయ్యి.
Look at it. This is so interesting to me. I love this. Look at all this pain you went through to get us tea. I had no idea.
Look, I want to tell you something. In America, I can't have gluten. But here, everything's gluten. Turns out, I don't have a gluten problem. I have a chemical problem. And America's trying to kill us. Thank you, Jesus.
All right, let's talk about how awesome this is. Okay, so we got a large hot chocolate, basically $2. A small hot chocolate, $1.50. A large latte that comes with 2 shots, and that's like $4.80. A Spanish latte, which is made with 2 shots of espresso and sweetened condensed milk, $2.80, and we added extra honey, which is like 30 cents. And then a single espresso shot for $1.30, and then we got a banana bread pound cake for 80 cents. That's wild. So our entire ticket was basically under $14. Wild. And this is at like a very high-end coffee shop. Oh, gotta do a redo. That $4.80 for a large latte, that's actually for 2 large lattes.